We have 90 minutes today to unpack what I think is going to be a very interesting topic, namely the financial services industry. Pre-COVID, great momentum. Post-COVID, what are the new challenges?
So we've been in the game for a long time, right? And we've seen the security changing, we started the cloud journey way before anyone else. I'm talking 10 plus years ago. We have even innovated more in the last few years. We have looked at IoT technologies. We have a lot of banking customers, especially in my region, Sub-Sahara. So that is Trend Micro in a nutshell, what we have done. And when it comes to cloud journey, we are the leading security provider at AWS today. We have a large team in South Africa and in Africa. We have a huge team to service you. We have invested heavily. So today is not about Trend Micro. Today is about understanding about you guys and your pain points.
Modern cloud security to me is a responsibility that's shared with the provider and the customer. Security is easier for the banks that's considered born in the cloud. They had to ingest security from the infancy stage, and they wouldn't see security as a stumbling block. They would rather see it as an enabler of their business.
If you don't have it handled, you're in trouble, because COVID has actually changed how all of us are working. So fortunately, a lot of our businesses have very strong CSOs who are running those organizations. And from a global point of view, we are actually now on top of what we need to do to protect our organization. So I think it's an issue that all of us started taking seriously at a point in time when we saw that changes from a digital working point of view were actually going to hit us quite strongly. So a lot of organizations are working with the right partners to get this in control.
I won't say there's any additional pressure from the board. They understood remote working because most of them was actually used to working remotely. The question was more about, do the users understand how to work remotely? Can they adjust working remotely? And how can IT as such assist users working remotely?
And what we're finding is we're very lucky with the vision that our executives had with our app. And because of the digitization and the ability to execute on the app, onboarding has become a lot easier. Ensuring that we get things like delivery of our devices to our customers are also a lot easier. The biggest pressures that we're finding are not so much the IT security ones, which deal with on a day-to-day. It's the pressures in terms of what COVID has done. So a lot of the digitization has helped greatly in terms of the security. Now that the syndicates can't make their money off of that component, they're finding new places to target.
We have 50 users, so we have eGov that is managing the patch management and most of our systems. So on our side, every time there's a problem from our patches and we can see that our laptops are not being patched up in time or there's an issue, that's when we contact them. They're handling that process for us. And we only have 50 users and we don't have old laptops and we don't have laptops that are not on the system or anything like that. So in that sense, we have eGov that is managing that process for us.
Show me the amount of threats that's being blocked. Show me the amount of emails that's been, prevented my users from being compromised. And then, health check reports on a regular basis and showing the technology works, that you can actually see that your return on investment is high. You want to know that what you've invested in is not being wasted.
So we can actually constantly provide expert advice and look at the environment, do the health checks, make sure all the patches are updated, and we'll be there when need arises. That's the promise from Trend Micro perspective that I can give.
And to add to that, alongside the FSIs has been the security industry. The last 10 years have been tremendous how it's changed. I think there are two peas in the pod. It'll be very interesting how that collaboration will take things forward. So thank you very much for your time today, and we hope to see you at the next one.